I've just finished a push session. I've benched over 100 kg this day. I've repped out 100 kg. I come back to the changing room as I want to look at like my body. I want to look at my physique, see how I look after a session, see how much muscle I've gained. So I come back, I take my top off. Bearing in mind, I've just benched 100 kg. I've done something most people can never do. I look in the mirror and I just hate it. I can't lie. I see myself. I've got a belly. I'm looking kind of spotty, kind of chubby. I'm just not feeling great at all. I'm this strong. I'm this like big, but I don't feel great. My body doesn't look nice. I was dirty bulking all the way up to this point. As I started skinny and I bulked up to 95 kg. I hated it. I didn't feel good at all. But from that point, I quit it. I found the truth of dirty bulking, why I didn't like it. And I got in amazing shape. I got abs. I got shredded. And in this video, I'm going to just show you what dirty bulking did to me. So then you can make a judgment for yourself of whether you like it, whether you don't like it, whether you want to do it, or whether there's a better option. So watch to the end and I'll show you what you can actually do, what can actually make you muscle without the fat. But let me start at the beginning. I was starting the gym at 16 years old. I remember the first couple of sessions I did, I was on my bike. After a school day, I'd come home, I'd get changed, and I'd bike to the gym. I'd bike to the gym, get to the gym, do a session and whatnot, and I'd come home. On my way home, I'd stop at Tesco's and I'd always buy like bagels, cakes, just all different bulking things that were high in calories. I'd do this because I wanted to get wham. I was skinny at the time. I was not liking my physique at all. I could wrap a hand around my arm. I felt so insecure, so shy. I remember walking into the gym for the first time and I was so nervous. I was so scared as being around that many people and like, they're all wham, they're all big. And I don't even know what I'm doing. I was so nervous, so scared. So I was like, I gotta get wham, I gotta get big. I remember this story in the gym where I was trying to do this thing called a spider curl. It's where you lay on a bench press, you put your chest to the bench press and you sort of curl up like that. So you're laying backwards on the bench press essentially. I remember I was about to do it. As I put my chest on the bench press, it just collapses. I fully fall face first into the ground and I feel like such a pillock. I feel like everyone's watching me. I feel like such a dickhead. And I remember, like, it didn't end badly. Like, a couple of people made sure I was all right and whatnot. But I just had that feel like I was just nervous and shy around the gym. So I was bolting up because it felt like I could change that. If I got in good shape, if I had big muscles, people would respect me in the gym instead of like laughing at me and looking at me like I don't know what I'm doing. So if I get big, I bulk up, I'll have that respect. I'll be that guy in the gym. So I do this and it generally starts to work. But first time I ever went gym, I was benching around 50 kg, 60 kg. Now I'm benching 100 kg. I'm bigger than before. I'm not feeling skinny. I've done this in very little time. Within 6 months, I've gone from a skinny guy to a guy who can bench 100 kg. And it feels pretty good, to be honest. I feel pretty gassed for that. And most people can't bench 100 kg in 2 years of a gym, 3 years of a gym. I did it in 6 months. I'm thinking dirty bulking's working. Dirty bulking's the way to go. So I up the calories. I eat more and more and more food. Every day I leave the gym now. When I leave, I buy 2 Belgian buns, 2 cakes. Both have 400 calories in it. Sometimes I'll stop at Aldi as well. I'll buy a cookie dough. It has 1,000 calories in it. I'll eat this all in a day. It's about, I want to say 300 to 400 grams of sugar within those 3 things. But I'll eat it every day. Because I'm bulking, I'm getting big, I'm getting stronger. I was like thinking, I'm going to become an Olympian. I'm going to become a proper bodybuilder at this point. I'm going to get so big and so well. It just keeps going and going. I keep eating more and more. I'm pushing my calories to 4,000. I'm trying to go above 4,000 at this point. Just eat as much as I physically can. And every day I'm in my kitchen. It's late at night and I'm stuffed. I remember sitting there, feeling my belly sticking out, and just feeling so full. I can't fit another bite of food in my mouth. I even have memories of times I'd eat as much as I could. I'd be so stuffed. When I'd go to brush my teeth after, and I'd end up throwing up. So I put so much food in my mouth, I couldn't hold it in. I'd just and I'd throw it all up out. And it was a waste of food. It was a waste of calories. So I've just got rid of all of it already. But I was still determined to get strong, get big. And I remember I had a session and I was repping out 100 kg. That's insane, especially when you're a year into the gym at this point. And after the session, I leave, I look at myself and just hate how I look. I feel insecure. I feel just down in the dumps. As my belly's now sticking out, and my cheeks are now looking chubby. I've got spots on my face. I've got back knee. And I wonder, it just doesn't feel worth it anymore. So I'm heavy, I'm bloated, I'm feeling miserable. My mood is bad. I'm feeling, I have no energy. And I don't even enjoy bolting anymore. I don't enjoy eating that much food. It's so long. So I'm looking in the mirror and I just don't feel nice at all. I don't feel good. But I carry on just eating for the sake of eating. And I remember one day I'm eating a full stuffed pizza, like with a garlic sauce and all. And I just keep eating and eating it. And my brother comes in and he sort of says to me, like, why do you eat so much shit? Why do you have so much junk food? You know it's not helping you at all. Like, you do all this work in the gym, you train so hard, and you eat all this junk food, all this dirty food. And he said that, and I sort of realised, like, even though I'm eating the junk food, I'm doing it in the name of bulking. I know it's not good for me. I know all the dirty food, all the unhealthy food, like just the pizzas and all this stuff, it's just bad for you. Even the things like protein shakes and protein yogurts, it's better to eat real protein. I knew this. It's better to just eat meat. So I realised this and I'm like, okay, I'm going to actually stop eating junk food now. And I'm serious about it. Like, I hit such a low point. It was like, I just can't do this anymore. I'm laying in bed. I'm feeling so down, so like just depressed. I'm like, no, I've got to get out of this. I've got to start eating real food again. I've got to start eating healthy food. So I hear Eddie Abu. I hear him speaking. He's saying every food shit, every food's processed. Eat whole foods, eat healthy foods. So eat meat, eat vegetables, eat fruit, eat eggs. These are the only foods I need to eat. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. And I quit dirty bulking at that moment and I try the healthy food diet. But it's so hard. It's so hard to not eat the pizza, not eat the bagels, not eat the cakes anymore. I didn't realise how addicted I was to junk food until I stopped eating it. And I couldn't. Like, I just had to eat another pizza stick. I couldn't. I'd see a biscuit and I'd crave it so much. But I kept trying and trying. I kept pushing myself and pushing myself. Kept coming back to the diet. Kept trying to eat healthy foods and healthy foods. And I was 95 kg and within 3-4 months, I was trying and trying this diet. I wasn't very consistent with it at first. I'd do it for one day, I'd mess up for 6. I'd do it for one day, I'd mess up for 6. And I was on this routine. But then I started to do it for 2 days, mess up for 5. And do it for 3 days, mess up for 4. And you get my process. And I got to a point where I was at 85 kg. I lost 10 kg of weight. I was still pretty strong. I was still pretty muscular. But I just lost belly fat. I started to slightly see visible abs. This felt good as I was getting in good shape now. I was getting more muscular, better than before. And doing this motivated me to just stay on the diet, to just keep eating and eating healthy whole foods. I wasn't doing the dirty bulking, none of this. I was just eating healthy whole foods. And I went from 85 to 73. This took 6 months, 9 months. It took some time, but when I was down, when I was at 73, I was feeling so good. Like when I say I was working out twice a day, I had so much energy. I'd go gym in the morning, then I'd go boxing later at night. I had so much, I was like so talkative, so happy with life. I felt so fulfilled. As when you eat whole foods, you get the right nutrients in them. They were fueling my body and I just felt amazing, I can't lie. And with this feeling of like amazement, feeling so like joyful, so happy, I just kept eating whole foods. I kept eating healthy foods. So why would I stop now? Why would I go back to the pizza and stuff? But I did have one problem. I remember looking in the mirror one day. Like I was taking a photo of myself. I was proper shredded, but I felt kind of small. I didn't feel like my arms were very big. I felt like my traps were quite small. And I was like, I want to bulk up again, but I don't want to do it the same way. I don't want to dirty bulk again. This is where I found like the best way, I think, to generally bulk. And these whole foods that I was eating, I carried on eating them, but instead of eating just like a little bit of them, I just ate as much as I physically could of them. So I'd eat steak, I'd eat mince, I'd eat eggs until I couldn't eat anymore. So I'd bulk up with just the whole foods, the healthy foods. Doing this, it took longer to gain weight. It took a lot longer. So I went from 73 to 81, and it took a lot longer than it would if I dirty bulked. But I saw such better progress. There wasn't much fat on my body at all. Instead, just muscle. I stayed lean. I still had abs. I was still in such good shape, and I still felt brilliant. Even though I was bulking, I didn't feel slow, sluggish, and proper, like depressed like I did before. Instead, I felt vibrant, I felt energetic, I felt so good. And this is when I realised the real method to like bulking, the real way to do it, the truth to do it, is to eat whole foods and to just eat as much as you can. So I mean eating vegetables, fruit, meats, and eggs. If you eat these 4 foods and just as much as you can, you eat them in like, maybe you have 5 meals a day and you just eat as much as you can of these whole foods, you will gain weight and you will gain a lot more muscle and you will look a lot better than if you're eating cereal, eating Belgian buns, eating pizza. As that's what made me quit, as I was at 95 kg and I didn't look good. But when I ate whole foods, healthy foods, I'm 81, I've looked in the best shape I've ever looked. And I feel amazing. I get compliments from people like every day, all the time, telling me how good in shape I am. It feels normal to have a compliment now. Before it felt so rare. And this was just my journey. This is why I quit dirty bulking, why dirty bulking never seemed worth it for me. So if you have any questions on what you should do and how you can eat this like clean, lean diet, please comment down below and I'll help you out. But apart from that, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe now. I'll see you in the next video.